Hi everyone, Purple Celery here. So here we are at the end of season 10 of Doctor Who, and boy hasn't it gone quickly. So join me now as I look at the season finale, The Doctor Falls. The Doctor Falls is another big episode, full of story, full of emotion, full of action. We have the Doctor managing to reprogram the Cybermen so that they're now seeking out Time Lords as well as humans to convert into Cybermen. And so the Doctor, Bill, who is still a Cyberman, Nardole, the Master and Missy managed to escape to floor 507 of the spaceship, where the Doctor undertakes to protect a small rural community of people from the invaders. In this way, this episode brought back to me the events of the 2013 Christmas special, The Time of the Doctor, where the Doctor was also protecting a small group of people from invaders. For such a big episode, I also found The Doctor Falls to be full of a surprisingly large number of quiet and touching and poignant moments. There was a scene in the barn where the Doctor was trying to gently explain to Bill that she was now a Cyberman. I thought that was very nicely done. Then of course we had the Doctor's speech to Missy and the Master, where he was pleading with them to stand by his side, to fight with him, where he was trying to persuade them of the importance of doing the right thing, the importance of being kind. And so I thought that was great acting from Peter Capaldi there. Then of course we had John Sims' Master acting like the git that he is and basically telling the Doctor to get stuffed. And speaking of the Master and Missy, let's talk about that scene where Missy, played by Michelle Gomez, effectively stabs John Sims' Master, which neatly sets up his regeneration into Missy. I thought that was, again, quite a poignant scene because we do see that the Doctor has in fact managed to redeem Missy. But unfortunately, of course, the Master manages to blast Missy in the back with his sonic screwdriver, thus ensuring that she never actually gets to the Doctor, and thus the Doctor never actually knows that, like, Missy has in fact been redeemed. So, is this the end of Missy? It certainly looked like it, but there's one thing that I've learnt about watching Doctor Who, which is nothing is final. I thought that there was quite a strong theme of self-destruction happening in this episode. So we had the Master preparing to kill Missy, a future version of himself, rather than have her stand by the Doctor. We also had Bill telling the Doctor that she would rather die than remain a Cyberman. And then of course we had the Doctor prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice in order to save some of the villagers. And then of course there was that scene where the Doctor tries to stave off the regeneration. More on that in just a sec. And as for the ending, I did not see Heather coming back. So that was like quite a nice surprise and a great callback to the pilot. And again we have a finale where the companion is restored to life at the last moment and ends up going off with another female who isn't quite human to explore the universe. So in that respect, The Doctor Falls also reminded me of the season 9 finale, Hellbent. The only slight qualm that I had about the ending was that would Bill really leave the Doctor just lying there? On the other hand, I suppose she assumed that he was dead because it's not quite clear whether Bill does in fact know about regeneration. On the other hand, she did leave him a tear, so on some level it was clear that she did have some hope that he would survive. And by leaving the tear, was Bill leaving open the possibility that if the Doctor did survive, one day she would be able to find him again? Then of course we have the very final bit in the TARDIS and in the snow where the Doctor is trying to stave off his regeneration, which then raises the interesting point, why is he doing it? On one level, his line about "I don't want to go" suggests that he wants to stay who he is because he likes being the Doctor that he is. He likes being the 12th Doctor. On the other hand, however, I'm wondering whether there's a more sinister reason behind that. I think the Doctor has, at this stage, seen too much. He's had enough. From his perspective, Bill is probably dead, or at least she's still a Cyberman. And Missy, for all he knows, has essentially failed to redeem herself. She's still with the Master. So from the Doctor's perspective, things are looking pretty dire. So it's understandable that he might be at that point where he's had enough. He doesn't want to go on, he doesn't want to regenerate. And this harks back to the theme of self-destruction that I was talking about earlier. The Doctor Falls wraps up some loose ends, but it also raises some other questions. At the end of this episode, Bill, Nardole and the Doctor are all separated and unaware of each other's fates. From like Bill's perspective, the Doctor is most likely dead. From the Doctor's perspective, Bill is dead, or at least a Cyberman. From Nardole's perspective, he has no idea whether Bill or the Doctor survived the events of level 507. Which makes this episode, even though it was a season finale, feel a little bit incomplete. And then there's the question of how long the Doctor can hold back his regeneration for, and what part the first Doctor will have in the Christmas special. And then the big question, of course, is will we be seeing the Doctor regenerate into the new Doctor in the Christmas special? And on that note, the line in this episode about the future being female does very much suggest that the 13th Doctor will be a woman. So the question here is Stephen Moffat setting the scene to bring in a female actor to play the role of the 13th Doctor? And if that's the case, what do you guys think about it? Good or bad? Overall, I thought The Doctor Falls was a strong season finale. It was like a little bit repetitive in the sense that it did borrow elements from The Time of the Doctor and Hellbent. I mean, all we really needed at this point was like a wedding, as in the wedding of River Song, or the wedding of Amy and Rory in the season 5 finale. But in all seriousness, I did think that it was a very, very good episode. I thought the production values were great. The music was great. I really liked the part where the little snippet from Breaking the Wall played over the scene where the Doctor was fighting off the Cyberman. So overall, I give The Doctor Falls 4.5 out of 5 wombats. So if you've liked this review, please give me a like, subscribe to my channel, please leave your thoughts and comments below in the comments section, and hopefully we'll all get together at Christmas time to look at the Christmas special, which doesn't have a name yet. And of course we'll get to see then whether there is a regeneration, whether Bill and Nardole come back for it, and we'll get to see Peter Capaldi playing the Doctor for the very last time, which will be sad. But in the meantime, this is Purple Celery over and out. Thanks for watching, everyone.